Hey everyone, I'm Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures, and in this video we're going to talk about something I don't want to say every Overlander needs, because if you follow the channel, you know I hate that word, because the fact of the matter is we don't need a lot of this stuff, but something that I think every Overlander should seriously consider. That's not anything fancy like, suspension, tires, lights, racks, tents, awnings, fridges, all that sort of stuff. This one's a little more low key and is a dash cam. This is the 70 mi Omni, and I have had this in my Jeep for 4 or 5 months now, and I gotta say, I am crazy impressed with this thing. So what distinguishes the 70 mi 4K Omni from other dash cams is a few things. First of all, it does include both forward facing and rear facing cameras. So I don't know how well it's showing up. Right there is the rear facing camera. This is pretty handy because if you want to, you can rotate this camera to be an in-cab camera at all times, if you want to. I prefer that mine face the back because that's going to give you both front and rear coverage for your dash cam. Now, you don't need me to tell you that sometimes the world gets a little crazy. When you're traveling to and from the trails, just traveling around town, just going about your daily life, things can just go haywire very unexpectedly. So having a dash cam protects you. Protects you from people running a red light. Protects you from people rear-ending you. Protects you from people claiming that you ran the red light. Lots of different situations where a dash cam just really protects you from the less desirable people out there, the people that aren't paying attention, the people that don't want to accept responsibility. You know those people. But there are a couple things that set the 70 mi Omni apart from the competition, and that is number one, its image quality. It uses the Sony Starvis 2 chip and their own software algorithm that just does an amazing job of picking up fine details of the world around you. The license plates, details of the automobiles, all that sort of stuff. It has a 4K sensor inside, and if you're not using the rear camera, it will record at 4K 60 frames per second, which is pretty darn incredible. I mean, those higher frame rates really let you, hone in on some of that detail that might get lost in motion blur. So that 4K 60 is really nice. But when you're using the rear camera, you get 4K 30, which still has incredible detail. And I just don't know of any dash cam that can beat that level of image quality. The rear camera is a 1080 camera. So it's not the 4K, but it still does a good job of picking up the detail. And the other great thing about the 4K Omni is the low light recording. It uses their night owl vision system that does an incredible job of properly exposing the scene and capturing the detail for everything that's going on around you. But the image quality aside, those features, you can find those in other dash cams. But two key things to me are why the 4K Omni is just incredibly impressive from an overlanding perspective. So as you can see, the 4K Omni is following me around. It's got a 360-degree camera sitting on the bottom of it that tracks people's movements as they're walking around your vehicle. So for me, this is about protecting my investment. And unfortunately, I don't get to spend as much time out traveling, out, in remote locations, camping at amazing campsites as often as I'd like. A lot of times I have to travel from home to those locations. I have to stay in hotels. Sometimes I have to, travel in places that I'm not exactly comfortable leaving that. So with the 4K Omni, I know that it's being watched. I mean, that camera is picking up people anytime they come near my Jeep. It's keeping track of what people are doing. So you can see that little red light right there. Not sure if it's coming through the camera very well, but that little red band shows that that thing is tracking us. And everything back here is being recorded as well. So if someone tries to get in my fridge and, steal my Lunchables, I'm gonna know about it. If someone wants to, take my paddleboard or grab my propane tank, I'm gonna know about it. But with that parking mode or Century mode, no matter where I am, if I have to park somewhere downtown, if I'm parked at a hotel, if I have to leave this behind at a hiking trail, at a hiking trailhead, and go out, for a hike for a few hours and leave my Jeep behind, my Jeep's protected. At least when I come back, I can see what's going on and who did it. So that gives me tremendous peace of mind to protect my investment. Now, the other thing that is critical for me is when I'm out at amazing places and these beautiful remote destinations that I like to go to, I don't always have my cameras on. And there have been plenty of times where I have missed things because I forgot to turn my action camera on to record that scene. Well, with the 4K sensor, the Sony Starvis 2 4K sensor, I know I've got incredible image quality, and if I need to splice that footage into one of my videos, I can with confidence and have no problem doing so. I've actually done it multiple times in the past. But the key thing is it's recording all the time. And there have been plenty of times, especially in regards to wildlife, that had I not had the 70mm action cam, I would have missed really cool footage. I remember 2 times specifically. Once I had a couple deer that almost just came in and almost hit my Jeep. They were so close, and that was wild. That was really cool. Didn't have my action cameras rolling at that point. And then the other time was I caught a bear. I caught a bear on the action camera. I had actually just turned my action camera off. And no more than 10 seconds later, a bear runs out in front of my Jeep. And with the 70mm, this was back when I had their older model. It was still a 4K model, but not the Omni with the 360 camera and image enhancement. So it is with their older model. But I got it. I got those cool footages to put into my video, to share with family and friends who yeah, I really did see a bear. And those 2 main reasons for me is why every Overlander should consider having the 4K Omni dash cam. Security, peace of mind, leaving your vehicle behind, all the stuff that we like to put on it and stuff. A lot of expensive gear is being watched over, and just being able to have footage going, all the time that we're driving, capturing everything that a lot of times I may miss. Well, there you go. Does everybody need a dash cam? No. Should everybody seriously consider getting a dash cam? Not just if you're an Overlander, but just because of life. Yeah, I think so. We have 70mm dash cams. Not all of them have Omnis, but we have 70mm dash cams in all of our Jeeps. So they're protected. I'm the lucky one. I've got the Omni. And it just makes me feel better, especially as much as I love to hike and leave this behind at trailheads. It just gives me peace of mind, knowing that anything that may happen to it, I've at least got eyes watching. I've got a recording of it. I can identify the who, and then try to find them. So that's awesome. Well, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I do think everyone should seriously consider having a dash cam. If you are, an Overlander, an adventurer, like like we are the 4K Omni, man, that is the way to go. It is pretty incredible what it can do, what it can record, how well it can record it. Low light, front, rear cameras, I mean, just everything. So link and all the important goodies are in the description. If you would, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not, check out the Patreon link there in the description, or right here on the QR code. If you like what we're doing, you want to consider supporting the channel. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.